to my channel. Today I have a story to share with you guys, and that is going to be my quince day, like the actual final day, what happened, some tips for you, things I wish I would have done differently, how I felt. So just sit down, relax, grab a bag of Takis, and let's go ahead and get started. So I remember the night before, obviously I couldn't sleep. It just, like, I couldn't sleep, but it also didn't feel like the next day would be something, you know, amazing. It just felt like it didn't feel real to me. And honestly, I was texting people like, oh my gosh, my 15th tomorrow, and but it still really wouldn't go through my head, like tomorrow's the big day. So I stayed up pretty late that night. Eventually I fell asleep, and once I woke up again, it's still like, it's today, but you can't believe it. It feels so surreal. And then probably the first thing I did was get ready, because my mom was going to be doing my makeup and she was going to be doing other people's hair and makeup, so obviously she didn't have a lot of time. So I woke up pretty early that morning, I think around 7 or 8-ish, and we did my hair and my makeup, and then my dad came and he brought some donuts. So I was eating the donuts while they were doing my hair. My mom did my makeup and hair. She is a cosmetologist, so she knows how to do hair. And for makeup, we did a few trials before the actual day, so we knew what I wanted on my face, and we tried out different products. So while we were doing my makeup and hair, I got a call from my dad. He was already at the salon making sure everything was going all right, and he said that they got the manteles wrong, and I just knew it was gonna happen. I just had the feeling, and I was pretty upset. I know now that I think about it, I shouldn't have stressed out. It is what it is. There's no point in changing it when everything was already set up. That day you're gonna have a lot of feelings running through you, so maybe something small will affect you, make you even cry, but please try your best not to. Like, I had my makeup on, I didn't want to, you know, like bawl or anything. So a tip here would be, if something happens that wasn't as planned, don't stress about it, because there's no point of stressing on your quince day, because it's honestly a day, you know, for it to be perfect. It's supposed to be like a fairy tale. So after that happened, you know, we continued on with my makeup and hair, and I was finished, and then it was time to put on my dress. I put on the crinolina, which honestly, it's pretty tight around your waist. So I had a pair of like shorts that went above my stomach, so that the little string that ties around you won't be, you know, like stabbing you. So we were putting it on. At last, I had my full-on dress, I had my makeup, my hair, everything ready. We put on my crown, and I was ready. So it was probably around noon now, because makeup and hair takes a while, you guys. You want to make sure that's the first thing you do when you wake up, because it takes a while to do, and if something goes wrong, then that's more time into fixing it and making it to your liking. It was around noon, and it was time for my chambelanes to come. And to put it into perspective, I hadn't shown anybody my dress. I was one of those type of people that didn't want to show anybody, and I wanted it to be a big surprise for everyone when they came. So I was nervous because I love my dress and I couldn't wait for other people to see it. They came separately, some of them came together. So when I walked out of the room, I was just like, I felt like a princess, just like twirling around, showing off my dress. The camera guy came, you know, we took some shots. Everything was right now in my living room, so we were taking some shots, pictures, and my family was coming. Around 1 is when we got on the limo, and that was pretty fun. We went all the way to the mall. The limo ride is more of the ride to the place you're going to, because normally you won't have that much time. You'll have the most time in the limo, so enjoy that part of it, you know, put some music, dance. Like I said in another video, the limo, you normally have it for 3 hours, and that includes the time to get to your destination and the time to go back to your destination. So it took about like 40 minutes to go to the mall, like an hour at the mall, maybe a little bit less, and then like another 40 minutes to go to the salon. So at the mall, it was so crazy, because there was little girls everywhere, you know, there's people everywhere, and there was little girls, you know, pointing at me like, "Mommy, there's a princess." And I did take some pictures with some little girls, and people will be staring. We sat down, we ate. Chambelanes bought like a whole big pizza right before we were leaving, so we all had to eat it in a hurry. So we were pretty rushed at the mall, and that part was really fun. I would recommend trying to go somewhere before your quince, maybe not in a limo if you're not having a limo, but just somewhere where you can take pictures or eat and just have a good time before your quince. You know, this will help you relax and get those nerves out of the way. So we got back in the limo and we drove to the salon. And when I walked in, I was like, no, 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 the centerpieces go here and there, and that completely changed my mood for that little bit of time. I regret feeling so stressed out about that because it was honestly so little, but to me it's a huge deal, and it really wasn't. Something isn't right again, don't stress out about it, just let it go. People won't notice little things that you notice, if you know what I mean. So after that, I was relaxed again. I had about an hour before people would start showing up. So during that hour, we were all just like sitting, and make sure you practice with your dress. Like if you're having a lift, just try it out really quickly because it's completely different when you dance with a dress on. I learned that the hard way because again, I didn't want people to see my dress, so I never practiced with it on. I only practiced with the crinolina. That's a little tip again, practice with your crinolina, just something that's poofy so you'll know what it'll feel like. So then people started showing up. I'm not as shy anymore, but I was pretty shy. But on your quince, you want to be welcoming and pretend like I knew everybody, even if I didn't know a person that came. Some of my friends started showing up, but also a bunch didn't show up, which is something you don't want it to let you bother you, because although, you know, they might have their own reasons. You don't know if they couldn't come, they didn't have a ride. So don't think the worst of it if some of your friends don't show up. It's bound to happen. We were sitting down at the main table and we were eating, the mariachis were playing. It was really fun. And after that, it was time for the presentación. It's again so surreal, like you can't believe it's here, this is the day. So we did everything, all the dances. I'm like so surprised I didn't like freak out, because once you're on the floor, like everything just seems so unreal. But a tip I want to give you is to live in the moment. So even though something seems so unreal, you're not processing it, try as much as you can to, you know, see your surroundings, see how you're feeling, you know, live in the moment. So when I was dancing with my dad, the surprise dance, as you guys know, we did one of those where like you start off calm and then you like break out dancing to all these songs. So I have no idea how I did that, you guys. I'm telling you, I'm very shy. But after that experience, like some of that, I'm not as much anymore. You definitely grow out of your quince being in front of a crowd of people. But I got through it, I did the dances, and so after I did my father-daughter dance, I did the butts with my chambelanes. That turned out great. I did step on my dress quite a few times throughout all the dances because again, we didn't rehearse with it. Good tip is to always keep going if something happens. Never stop. That's the worst thing you can do, you guys. Always keep going. Don't make it a big deal. You know, just brush it off, because it's when you make it a scene that's when people will notice and point it out and talk about it. So if something happens, just brush it along and keep on going. So we finished all of the dances, and it was now when we could relax, and it's when the DJ puts on the music and people can start dancing on the dance floor. I did have quite a few changes of clothes. Dresses take on forever to take off and put on, so I would recommend to keep your changes to a minimum because it takes a while, you guys. You'll be surprised. You'll be in 10 minutes in a little closet trying to put on your dress, and you don't want to be stuck in a little room for so long when your party is going on right in front of you. So after about an hour or so of the banda playing, I got to do my surprise dance, and that one was actually really fun. You can see in my video that I'm having fun and I'm laughing and smiling. Also, another thing, make sure you're smiling while you're dancing. Sometimes you'll be so caught up in the moment and you'll have like a blank face. That happened to me a few times, but just try and smile and have a good time. So after that was done, I got to dance the rest of the night. We cut the cake, we did the brindis with the copas, and everything turned out pretty good. Get a good night's rest before your quince, which is really hard. Like I told you, I didn't really get a good night's rest because you might get sleepy around 11 or 12 and your party might be going on until 1 or 2. So again, just try and do your best to get like a good breakfast and a good night's sleep. And I think that's about it. My party ended around 1 and I was so tired. I'm pretty sure my makeup looked pretty bad. Try and bring a powder, you know, just to pat it on your face every so often because you will probably get oily even with all of the special products you're using on your face. And that was pretty much it. I was so tired by the end of the night. I really just wanted to go home and like take off all my makeup and go to sleep, and you know, the next day see everyone's pictures. That was my quince day. Really an amazing experience. I think all the work I put into it and my family put into it, everyone put into it, paid off. I honestly think no matter what happens throughout your party, and you just want to make sure that you're happy and that you're dancing and, you know, joining the people and be welcoming, be friendly, have a good time, dance. Those are probably just the biggest tips I can give you. So I hope you guys enjoyed my Quince experience video and the little tips I gave you along the way. I will have more videos in the future for Quince videos, so if you'd like to subscribe, hit that button somewhere. I don't know where it is anymore. So I hope you guys like this video, and I will talk to you guys